Instead of doing a South Park, well, we can't do one. I asked Chris to watch Cannibal the Musical, which is Trey Parker and Matt Stone's first movie ever made, back whenever they were in film school. And of course, it's a musical. And if you know anything about me, Chris, it's that I love musicals.
You and me both.
And I love South Park. So this is a match made in heaven for me. Also, and I've mentioned it on the podcast a few times, is that I've been a fan of Troma for a long time, and they're the ones that actually got the rights to Cannibal the Musical and distributed it. I used to own it on DVD. It got lost in the shuffle a long time ago, but I've watched it many times, know a lot of the songs by heart, love it. You'd never seen it before.
I had never seen it before.
And if you're interested in watching Cannibal the Musical,
you can watch it on YouTube in its
free.
entirety for free.
For the cost of $0. You can watch it right now for free. So let's talk about it a little bit. First off, as a first-time viewer, what were your impressions of Cannibal the Musical?
It's completely ridiculous. The music is wonderful. I love all the South Park humor that is incorporated into it, obviously almost, 6 years before South Park even premiered?
It was before even, Spirit of Christmas and all that stuff.
Because it was released in 96, but it was made in 93.
Right.
So, 5 or 6 years before South Park was even a thing, there's still all of the South Park humor in it, and it's pretty great.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
And a lot of Dian Bashar, I think is his name. He was in Orgasmo. He was Chota Boy. He was in Basketball. He's the one they kept calling
Squeak
Bitch.
Scolari.
Yes, yeah, he's in that, and he's done a lot of voices on South Park.
Yeah.
So I guess the guys that filmed that with him were all either childhood friends or family or schoolmates in college. So the story is of Alfred Packer, who is the first person in Colorado to ever be convicted of cannibalism. And he tells the story, and it's kind of all told in a flashback.
Yeah.
But it's got that South Park humor. It's got that ridiculousness. And you can see if you watch that movie that there are nuggets of seeds planted that you can see come to fruition later on in South Park. There's
very much
jokes
so.
that are told that are used in South Park later. The Cartman voice is the first time you hear it is in that singing the Spadoinkle song.
Yeah.
In fact, that melody, you hear it at the end of every single South Park. Yeah, and you didn't even realize it until I had pointed it out to you. So it's one of those things that if you're a fan of South Park, if you're a fan of Trey Parker and Matt Stone, you really owe it to yourself to watch this movie, because this is the origin. This is the beginning
for a lot of it. Even the fact that Kyle has a Jufro that is bright red.
Right, is based
Matt
off
Stone's
Matt Stone's character.
in Cannibal
and
the
there's
Musical.
a joke that in that where he takes his hat off and it's this huge fro, which is done again in South Park. That exact same joke. So I love seeing that, and I love going back and watching that movie. And it kind of just occurred to me the other day that I hadn't seen it in a while, so I put it on, made my girlfriend watch it, and she thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I don't think she thinks it's as funny as I think it is. But yeah, it's a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. So what are some of your favorite songs in the movie?
I mean, the Spadoinkle song is hilarious.
Right.
We talked earlier about the Trapper song.
Yes, that's my personal favorite.
So good. If only for me, because of the conversation that they have after the Trapper song.
Arguing about
They're
minor
arguing
fifths
about
and chords.
E flat minor, A sharp major.
Wait, are
no,
you singing Mixolydian
no,
scale?
this song is A sharp major. No, but that's the same. That's the same thing.
This is the relative minor. Yeah, it's great, and that's an argument that of course would never happen between
trappers and miners
and diggers. Another one of my favorite songs is the song he sings about his horse, because it's like a love song, but then he's like, "When I was on top of you," he's singing about his horse, and it's just
and the journalist, whoever's walking out of the sheriff's office when the journalist is trying to go in, she's like, "I've got to see if I can get him to talk," and I guess it was the prosecutor.
Bring up Luann.
Yeah, bring up Leanne.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, who's Leanne?
Yeah,
the love interest?
Love interest.
Kinda.
Yeah.
But it's the horse.
Yeah, it's the horse. I love the...
Leanne?
The It's All I'm Asking For song.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I don't need it every night. Every morning would be just fine.
Every morning would be just fine.
Right, and I love how like you have the super religious dude,
Yeah.
who ends up being like
The murderer,
the murderous person at the end.
He
it's
kills
great.
the first guy, and then he kills all the guys.
Yeah, and the super positive guy
Is the first guy that dies.
Let's build a snowman.
Let's build a snowman.
Yeah, and he's like doing his little tap dance in the snow.
You just see like his shins moving slightly.
It's just so ridiculous, and that's what's great about that movie. And the Cyclops, there's a Cyclops in the movie.
God,
are you looking in my eye? And it's like squirting just
fucking pus or
out.
something.
Now, compared to some of the other Troma movies, it's not as gory.
Yeah,
as
it has its moments, but
it definitely has its moments. But it's just one of those movies. If you love South Park, if you love Trey Parker and Matt Stone, watch it. It's free on YouTube. You ain't got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Just watch it. It's called Cannibal, the musical. It used to be called Alfred Packer, the musical. But then when Troma got the rights to distribute it, they changed the name because they thought it would sound better.
yeah.
Now, whenever I had first heard of the movie, I was expecting a horror movie.
Yeah.
But then whenever I first started watching, I was like, wait a second, this is South Park guys. And then I was like, yeah, this is a straight up musical. And they have such a history of doing that. You can tell that they really love like musical theater. You know, of course they have a Broadway musical out now, but South Park was a musical. Team America was a musical. And you know, this was musical. In fact,
Trey Parker wrote all of the songs.
Right, no,
and he wrote the movie itself.
And he's musically talented.
Yes, he is.
So
because he sings almost all of the songs in all of South Park and all of Team America.
I want to see him and Seth MacFarlane team up and do like a musical together. Because Seth MacFarlane is another person
he's super talented musically. But I don't know that we will ever see that happen because
they hate each other.
Yeah, well,
because of the Family Guy thing.
You remember the Family Guy episodes of South Park where they were just fucking shitting all over Family Guy?
Yeah, but I mean, Seth MacFarlane can take a joke, right?
I don't know. I legitimately do not know, because if anybody is gonna be thin-skinned, it does kind of seem like it would be Seth MacFarlane.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I knew a girl who, like, her celebrity crush was Seth MacFarlane.
He is a dashing man.
He's a good-looking dude. You know, he put out an album of like Frank
jazz.
Sinatra style,
jazz
crooning type songs. It's serious.
Lounge singer. Yeah, no, straight up.
Yeah.
And he is great. He is super talented.
Well, hopefully someday Trey Parker and Seth MacFarlane can settle their differences and bury the hatchet and come together and like put out the ultimate comedy musical.
I feel like they could.
I would just have such a boner for that.
Yeah. I feel like they could probably write the next great American music. They could write the next Hamilton between the two of them.
Oh, are we getting political again? No, let's not do it. All right. Is there anything else we want to say about Cannibal the Musical?
It's super enjoyable. It's free on YouTube. Check it out. And leave us your favorite song. Tell us
what's your favorite song from Cannibal the Musical. What's your favorite musical?
Yeah,
I love musicals, man.
Right?
We need more.
I still really want to